The Aurora Humanitarian Initiative hosted a panel on climate change and environmental justice during its Human Rights and Humanitarian Forum in Los Angeles in May 2024. Organized in collaboration with UCLA's Promise Institute for Human Rights, the program gathered together attorneys, businessmen, and environmental activists for a discussion on a key question: how to hold governments, corporations, and individuals accountable for environmental destruction. The panel was moderated by Kate McIntosh, Executive Director of the Promise Institute for Human Rights in Europe.
What could be more obviously a crime against all of us than destruction of our common environment?
The reality is only 15% of the Sustainable Development Goals are on track right now because of all the things happening in the world, so we need to go into overdrive.
Paul Pullman, former CEO of Unilever and a member of Aurora's selection committee, highlighted the responsibility that corporations must assume not only for their direct operations, but also for the damage caused by their entire supply chains. All of these are sources of environmental harm. With regards to the ethnic cleansing of Armenians from Nagorno-Karabakh last year, Pullman stressed that companies operating in such regions need to recognize and address their roles within these complex value chains and what it means to benefit from a place that went through ethnic cleansing.
Any business that operates there should know that they are part of these value chains. What are they doing about it?
Kevin John Heller, Special Advisor on War Crimes at the International Criminal Court, ICC, discussed his work on a new policy aimed at prosecuting environmental crimes on an international level. He explained that while the ICC is limited by existing legal frameworks, there is potential to prosecute acts that severely harm the environment as crimes against humanity or war crimes.
We can only prosecute environmentally damaging acts insofar as we can legally qualify them as war crimes, crimes against humanity, genocide, or aggression.
Heller emphasized that holding individuals accountable at an international level, particularly those in positions of corporate or government power, can serve as a powerful deterrent against environmental crimes.
The threat of criminal prosecution is a very powerful deterrent.
William Boyd, co-director of UCLA's Emmett Institute on Climate Change and the Environment, explained how deforestation in regions like the Amazon is often tied to organized crime and illegal economic activities.
And particularly in parts of the Amazon where organized criminal groups, narco-traffickers and others are diversifying into various activities: drugs, illegal gold mining, land speculation, money laundering. Right? All of this is connected in various ways, and it's organized and transnational increasingly.
Boyd stressed the importance of international cooperation and investment to create legal and sustainable livelihoods in these regions. He argued that a purely legal approach, such as prosecuting ecocide, may not fully address the underlying economic issues driving environmental destruction.
So we have to think about creating space for new investments, both public and private, to create alternative livelihoods, to create new forest economies and not allow these illicit economies to become the forest economy, right?
As the discussion concluded, Pullman urged businesses to take a moral stance and push governments toward change. He explained how a collective effort from even a small percentage of committed companies could become a driving force for systematic change.
We got the nature restoration law in Europe because enough businesses spoke up. Perhaps only 5 or 10% of businesses, but these were the moral forces that held governments to a higher account.
The panelists called for a united approach, one that combines legal accountability and corporate responsibility in order to confront the climate crisis effectively.
Thank you so much for coming, for your participation. Can I have a last round of applause for the fantastic panel? Thank you.